When I first stepped into the cave 12 months ago with my wife for our first PT session with Jake, and you were to tell me where I'd be today 12 months later, I would have never have believed it. When I look back at myself in October 2019, I see a completely different person. I see someone with quite bad body image issues who couldn't look at themselves in the mirror. I see someone who couldn't walk up the stairs without getting out of breath because I was so unfit. I see someone who struggled to tie shoelaces in the morning because he couldn't touch his toes. And I see someone who's going down a very dangerous path with their lifestyle, with a family history of heart attacks and diabetes, but really not knowing how to get themselves out of the really deep rut they were in. Personal training for me with Jake has been a 7-day-a-week, 52-week-a-year experience that has been much more than the hour a week we spend training with the cave each week. I've learned so much from Jake about health and fitness and how it's a way of life and much more than just the 3 to 4 hours exercise you do as part of his plan. And none of that would have been possible without his coaching and advice, and also advice we've had from Josh and Leon too. I've learned so much about getting your steps in every day and making the marginal changes to your lifestyle to enable that to happen, making sure you're not just getting in the car every day to go to the shop when you could walk. It's fundamentally about the nutrition and being constant with that day in, day out, changing your habits to cook fresh food, cutting the crap out of your diet and making long-term changes to that fad diets and shakes really just don't give you that I've tried in the past. It's about putting absolutely everything into the training you do every day and pushing your body further than your mind thinks it would go. But then what Jake's done really well is giving us the exercises that mean you can push yourself without getting yourself injured. Fundamentally, one of the things I used to think was good for you losing weight was running, but I didn't even run for the first 6 months of our journey because I was literally too heavy to run. I've also learned it's about taking rest days and making sure you recover your body properly and stretching correctly so you don't get injured. And then also it's about changing your mindset to make sure that if you do have a lapse, you can bounce back to be able to hit the goals you put in place in the first place. Our PT sessions have been a real journey. What's been brilliant is Jake's really tailored our exercise to what we need it to be in the training. So starting out with foundation strength based work and then progressing it month in, month out to the more complex stuff we do today to make sure that you're challenged every step of the way, but also making sure you're not injured in the process. I honestly feel like the training I've done with Jake has made me have many more years on the planet that I wouldn't have had otherwise. I look forward to training every day that I train. My body issues have now completely gone. I never have any body image issues anymore, which has been a real big thing for me. I've been given so many tools in the toolbox to enable me to train ongoing and preparing me for what I can do in the future, be it with my running, so doing long runs, interval runs, tempo runs, learning how to use weights correctly, either in the cave or at boot camp or training on my own through using kettlebells, doing compound lifting and other free weight exercises and using machines correctly that you wouldn't get if you didn't do PT. Fundamentally, training with Jake and his team has changed our lives, and I would recommend it to absolutely anyone, no matter what your level of fitness, and it's easily the best investment I've ever made.